You ready for a little college football Pac-12 preview? Today, we're talking about the UW defense. That's right, the Dogs on defense. They've been great, and we're going to look at them right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pawlawski, former 11-year pro quarterback and quarterbacks coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Today, we're going to give you a little Pac-12 preview. Season's getting ready to start this weekend. We're going to take a look at the Dogs, University of Washington, on defense. They've been a great defensive team the last several years. I'm going to break it down for you and let you know what you should be looking for when they're on the field. Not just personnel. You can get that anywhere. I'm going to show you schemes today. But before we get started, if you love football, football content, college football, talking about the game, X's and O's, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we have new content coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to learn about what the Dogs are going to look like on defense today. And leave me a comment down below. Love to hear from you, your thoughts, your opinions on the Pac-12, on college football, what's going to go on this season. Also, please share this video out to family, friends, fans, teammates, anybody who you think loves football content. We're trying to help young athletes improve at their game with a lot of the inside analytical stuff from football, but also all the other sports with our Olympians, ex-pros here at EliteAthletesTV.com. More people get exposed to our content, more young athletes' lives we can help. Well, now let's talk about the Dogs. UW has always been a very good defensive football team. Now, there's been years up and down, like most teams, where they're not as good. But since Chris Peterson took over up in Washington, up in Seattle, they have been very, very good. The Dogs recruit extremely well. They have great talent on the field. They find a way to utilize that talent really well. Well, 2 years ago, Chris Peterson had a choice. He could keep Jimmy Lake on staff by promoting him to defensive coordinator, and in which case Pete Kwiatkowski, I should know that, it's Polish, took a minor demotion, but I don't think ego-wise it hurt him at all. He had been a defensive coordinator for years. He took a minor demotion to be co-defensive coordinator. I don't know that salaries changed. I don't know anything like that happened. But they knew how good Jimmy Lake was as a coach. They wanted to keep him on board. The natural progression of his career from where he was as co-defensive coordinator was to get the defensive coordinator title. And so Kwiatkowski, to his credit, said, okay, I'll take the co. Jimmy Lake can take the defensive coordinator. And they kept that staff intact. That was a fantastic move. The Dogs have led the Pac-12 or been at the top of the charts in the Pac-12 in defense for the last several years. They've been really good in their secondary. Under Jimmy Lake, as the secondary coach, coaching those DBs, he's had great high performers at upperclassmen, and he's also developed the younger players extremely well. And so keeping him on staff was a great move for UW. Last year, as a shocker to everybody, Chris Peterson says he's going to step down. They promote Jimmy Lake to be the head coach. Now you have that defensive mind as your head coach. Kwiatkowski gets his defensive coordinator spot back, and the Dogs' defense is going to look essentially the same. Now let's get into scheme. What does UW do on defense? Well, they're what you call a cover 3 shell team. What's cover 3? Got a video right here for you. If you want to learn about cover 3, it tells you everything you need to know about the coverage. But they are a cover 3 shell team. What do they do from that shell? They are going to challenge on every single play. I believe that that defensive staff literally is telling the defense challenge every single play. And I don't mean that other teams don't say, hey, you got to challenge, you got to compete. But I think they are literally competing at every spot on every play. Not, hey, we're going to play this zone and give up these areas. They teach their defensive backs to challenge, to play tight on the corners, to give a man look and make it difficult for a quarterback to make his decision. They'll rotate in and out of coverages. They'll give you different looks in coverages, but they are a cover 3 shell team to start. Cover 3 is the predominant coverage that they run. From that, you're going to get a bunch of different looks. Now it's time to hit the film, and I'm going to show you schematically what I mean starting at that cover 3 shell. All right, so I talked about the cover 3 shell. Here is the look for you. One safety high. One thing they do is they play that safety really, really high. He's generally going to be close to 20 yards when that ball is snapped. That's higher than most teams play that cover 3 look. I'll tell you why in just a second. In cover 3, what you get is each of these players have deep third responsibility. All right, so that's the 3 defensive backs back. The way Washington plays it, when I said that they challenge all the time, is they will come up and press, try to force tough releases by these outside players, almost play it man within a zone. So for the first 2.7 seconds, in which time a quarterback is supposed to get rid of the ball, he is going to see combat on the outside by these defensive players. Inside zone player is also going to try to reroute, redirect, make this receiver do something to change the timing for the quarterback and confuse the quarterback. Underneath all of this, you can see they're in a nickel look here. They've got a nickel defender as well. And so corners eventually get deep thirds. Again, safety deep thirds, corner deep third. These defenders are going to reroute and then cover the flats, which leaves linebackers to cover hook to curl inside. So when I say they battle on everything, let's take a look at how they play up tight. Most cover 3 teams do not start their cover 3 in this kind of alignment. Up in the receiver's face, battling, combating, trying to make something happen, trying to reroute. It's trying to change the timing for the quarterback. You can see on the snap of the ball, you get the retreat to third. This corner's locked up down here, had nothing coming to his side. But this safety is going to reroute here and then get to that flat. Safety super high over the top. And the backers are up now because they're reacting to run. So you'll get a late react into the boundary from this side. But when I say they are battling on every single down, that's what they are doing. Imagine on a pass play as a quarterback, you see this look. This looks like cover 1. If I'm a quarterback, they're up, they're pressing, they're making it look like man. I will put a card up above for cover 1 as well in case you don't know what that is. But it looks like they are playing man. Linebackers looking into the backfield, looks like man here with free safety help over the top, but it evolves into cover 3. So you have to be aware of this as a quarterback, knowing that you're going to get that cover 3 look eventually. You can see flat defender, third, nothing over the top to threaten him, so he's good. Down in the flat here, and then linebackers react to run. So that's the cover 3 shell. From that cover 3 look, now it will start to get a little bit exotic. You're going to see Cal is going to switch formation here. So strength goes from to the field into the boundary. All the dogs do is overshift that line, so they shift the line strength now back towards strength for Cal. And you've got same type of cover 3 look. As a quarterback, you think cover 3 team, going to get deep third, going to get flat, going to get deep third, going to get deep third. This guy should be your flat defender. But what they do is they are going to bring outside pressure. So now it's 3-blitz. Remember, I talked about the difference between a dog and a blitz. Dog is when linebackers come. Blitz is when secondary comes for pressure. So you get 3-blitz. Now, similar look, but now you have to understand 3-blitz. Cal is going to run a screen directly into the teeth of the blitz, and as a result, Garbers has to fade back, and the running back gets outside, and Washington rallies to make this play. So watch the defender at the bottom of your screen. He should be a flat defender. Instead, he's coming on the blitz right now. Garbers has to fall away, have a nice opening right here, but guys in space, you have to go get them. If you're an offensive lineman, you got to make that block. If you block, you get that done, now you got something going. The Bears missed that block. Somebody there to react and make the tackle. and tough duty. Again, so from 3 to 3 blitz. One of the things that Washington has shown is that they like to bring pressure when you're going in. Down the red zone, going in, Jimmy Lake likes to gamble, likes to put pressure on a quarterback. So this is a tell for a quarterback. I don't know if this is because it's empty set. Notice there's no backpack here with Garbers. Or because this is just what they like to do when they get down in the red zone. But what you're going to see is this picket fence of DBs across the board. To me, as a quarterback, that tells me cover 0. I have a card for that one as well. I will put up at the top of the screen. Cover 0 means I'm going to see pressure right now. And so as a quarterback, you got to be aware of that. You've got empty backfield. You're going to get pressure. You have to find your mismatch and make your throw. You can see double dog. And this is designed to do exactly what it does here. Garber sees that pressure coming. He knows he's only got 5 in to block. And so he needs to take a beat and figure out, where is my uncovered man? Where is my mismatch? Where can I get rid of the football right now? So let's watch this in slow-mo. You can see both backers are coming right now. These guys are locked up man-to-man across the board. So just one dude has to be wrong, and you can be right as a quarterback. But you've got 6 rushers on that defensive front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you've only got 5 to protect. So you have to be quick, and you have to understand where your hot throw is or where you can get rid of that football right now. As we run this, a couple of in-breaking routes. If Chase were to just stick his foot in the ground, you have an in-breaking route here and a really nice in-breaking route here, because this gives you a little bit of a pick as the DB comes. This DB has to find his way through that. And so as a QB, I would think, throw this ball right now. I've got pressure. Get rid of it and let my athlete make a play in the field. Throw it now, and you're good. But this is exactly what this defense is designed to do. As a quarterback, you see this pressure coming right at you, and you can hesitate. You can feel hurried. And as a result, Chase tucks the ball here and tries to take off with it rather than just delivering it downfield. It's exactly what that defense is designed to do, and it makes it tough on a quarterback when you know that pressure's coming, you know you're going to take a shot. So for one final look, Washington also, while they're switching up coverage looks, switching up angles for quarterbacks and timing for quarterbacks, they also like to get exotic on the line of scrimmage. So that defensive line, they are using their linebackers as part of the rush package. They will oftentimes have 2 defensive linemen in the game rather than a full bevy of 3 or 4 defensive linemen. So you'll see defenses that will be 2, 4, 5. So nickel defense right there, right? So 2 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, 5 DBs. And as a quarterback, you have to ferret that out. Now, it doesn't change up front in terms of blocking assignments. You have to be smart and know that you have athletes inside and rushing so they can play games on that defensive line. We'll take a look at this one from the end zone so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody's trying to communicate, talk about where pressure is coming from. So you can see here, this is a D-liner, this is a D-liner. Linebacker right here, and on the outside. These guys, the linebacker is going to come and pressure. But what they're going to do is they are going to outside influence this pressure and try to get the end back underneath. It would be called a twist because it's a linebacker and a defensive lineman, but in this situation, since he's sugared up, since he's right up there in the front, it's more like a stunt. You're going to get the same look as we move forward in this film here from that backside as well. You see you get pressure coming up, linebackers lined up, and you're going to see the same thing here. Influence that outside rush, come underneath. Now on top of it, Washington has walked down this safety as well. So they are bringing pressure. They're getting close to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to be disruptive. They're trying to challenge on everything they do. And on the snap, they're bringing that blitz along with the dogs. And you can see backers coming outside, ends are trying to loop underneath. The safety actually ends up getting bumped off on his rush. But it makes it difficult up front if you're an offensive lineman to sort all that out. You need to stay on your man or pass your man. And you can see here, you get a bunch of bodies and mismatches. Cal has 2 O-liners on 1 defensive player and 1 O-liner on 2 defensive players outside. And that's exactly what this is designed to do. Confuse you, disorient you, and get you blocking wrong sets. In the end, it creates pressure because you have free runners at your quarterback. So as you can see, I would think that the key term for Washington's defense is challenge. Challenge everything. They do it from that cover 3 shell. They play man within a zone concepts in that cover 3 look. And then they start adding in cover 1 and cover 1 blitz or cover 3 blitz. And then they add in stuff like cover 1 dog, which is where we saw both those linebackers come. That last snap was cover 1 dog because all the backers came as well. They'll throw in stuff like cover 1 robber, where a safety will come down and hover in that middle. So as a quarterback, if you do get a bead that they're playing cover 1, you figure you're going to take that middle throw. All of a sudden, they have a lurker sitting there waiting to pick that up, or a robber in this case. And they play what's called cover 1 rat, where they'll play man on the outsides, but leave the linebackers inside to be that guy underneath looking for a piece of cheese, which I think is where that name comes from. But that's a look at scheme for UW this week. Cal versus UW. I am looking forward to Pac-12 football. I have missed it. It's great to have it back. Great they're finally joining the rest of the country in terms of playing football games, and I'm looking forward to calling the game. Don't miss it on the radio, KGO 810. You can pick us up, or you can get it anywhere, internet, TuneIn radio, all that stuff. If you enjoyed what I did today, if you know more about Washington football and defense, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. That way you get notified every time new content comes out. Maybe your favorite team is next. Give me a thumbs up if you're looking forward to the game this Saturday. I know I am. And leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'm interested in seeing what this Washington team looks like because new quarterback, 3 new offensive linemen, a running back who's got some experience, but not a lot of depth in that receiver core. But again, that defense will be disruptive. I know that for sure. Make sure you share this video out. Teammates, family, friends, fans, anybody who enjoys football content. We're trying to help young athletes and help them learn the game. And stuff like this, understanding concepts, should help them improve at the game and improve their overall skills. Just wanted to help you try to improve your football IQ, maybe give you a better understanding of the game you're going to be watching this Saturday night, and maybe improve your football skills. Talk to you again soon.